And my name is Minifans94, and I would like to welcome you to a video where I am attempting to have some fun on Transit. I mean, it's the first time playing it in a little while. I mean, it goes well. Kinda, sorta. Other than the waiting, I guess. But of course that's Transit because they made it massive. And a bus. But that's not the point. I just want to talk a little bit about I guess I know Thursday, July 9th, there was the big Shadows of Evil reveal trailer, and I did make a video on it, kinda. The background gameplay was some Keynote or Toten, and I just kind of talked about things I noticed, and then yesterday, which would have been the 10th of July, I was gonna plan on posting the trailer, but then I got hit for copyright because I didn't think about it. I'm just like, hey, I want to publish this, try and get views, of course, because that's what everyone's looking for, but yeah, copyright, didn't think about it. So now, as long as I remember that for the future, I think anytime, for a little while at least, for trailers and whatnot, I'm just kind of gonna do pretty much this, just have some zombies gameplay, talk about what I see. I'll probably watch it once before even recording, just see what I got. And or maybe even watch it twice, who cares? But yeah, maybe watch it a couple times myself and then record. Watching it again, I will be making pauses within the trailer when I'm watching it and then talking about what I'm seeing more. But the one I made on Thursday the 9th, it was just mentioning things. I didn't have the trailer open, I was just like going right off of memory. But again, if you haven't seen that trailer, I would say watch it first. It's a good trailer. But that's why I didn't post anything yesterday. Well, technically I did, but no one would have been able to see it because of the copyright issues. So I did delete it. It's gone. It was a good one too. I did the intro, then we watched the trailer in full, and then kind of went through it slower, and then talked about some things I saw. But hey, it's not meant to be, or not meant to be, so whatever. Again, like I said earlier in the gameplay, it's Transit attempting to have some fun on it. According to Black Ops 2, that's the most played map on my account, which is actually probably true, just because I got the couple guys I enjoy playing zombies with the most, and that's, they enjoy the map. I don't know what it is, but it's not a terrible map. I'm not saying it's the worst like everyone else. It's just not terrible. Let's stick to that. Let's see, I brought up how I'm planning on doing trailers, is just doing random gameplay. Oh, speaking of trailers, a lot of people everyone was thinking possibly that the Giant trailer, which was also announced that was coming, was Black Ops 3 on release, if you pre-order it, or one of the two, or technically three, the digital edition, the hardened edition, or the Juggernog edition. You would get the Giant bonus Zombies map, which is pretty much a Darius remake, I guess. The layout's the same, I guess. The playability is different. Maybe there's different things, like let's say they add Mule Kick in this one, and they'll have it in a different spot, but maybe new traps. But the big key is, it's with the Origins crew of characters, not the World at War crew of guys. Of Nikolai, Dempsey, Takio, and Richtofen. Sorry, I'm got a little bit of cold here. Okay. But, so it's the Origins crew of those guys, which, I'm thinking about is, to a point, because at the end of Origins, you got that cutscene with Samantha and, Eddie, which they're playing with the dolls and the zombies and whatnot. And what I was thinking is, of course, at the end of Origins, they kind of have to stop and whatnot. Maybe with the Giants is, my first thought was, because from what people are talking about, of course there is no trailer, but there have been other YouTube videos that I have seen that have people have explained some of the images and whatnot that have been floating around. But it is, so, like, there's two Richtofens, the Origins crew is there, something. I haven't seen any of it, but, and then, since there's two Richtofens, the Origins Richtofen kills the World at War Richtofen. That's what people are saying. Of course, no trailer, so I can't be like, yes, that's true, that's not true, I don't know. But, so when I first heard that, I'm thinking, okay, maybe, because at the end of Origins, Samantha and Eddie are done playing with the toys because Samantha's father, which is Maxis, calls them down to lock the windows, I think, maybe doors, I don't remember, it's been a while. So, what I'm thinking is, and I also thought that when I first saw the Origins ending cutscene after the Easter egg, is there's Eddie and there's Samantha. Is Eddie Edward Richtofen? That was my first thought. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. That makes sense to me. But, so if that's true, what I'm thinking is that Eddie is Edward Richtofen. Is that Richtofen, is now, maybe this is a separate day after that cutscene happens, and now it's going back to that whole it's a game thing. And this is now Eddie's side, is he's having this crew come in and stop what Samantha's story was telling. I don't know, that was my first thought that came to my head. Or maybe it's still Samantha's whole thing. Or Or maybe it's that whole cutscene, we still have nothing, no idea what's going on. I don't know. No one really knows about that cutscene. That thing came out of left field, ran across the right field, into the bleachers, and then into the parking lot. That cutscene was just nuts when it came out. No one expected it. No one knew anything. I mean, I don't think anyone still knows really anything too much about that. But when I first heard about this whole Giants, the Reese remake, and the two Richtophens, the one dying, I'm just like, maybe it's now, if they're sticking to this whole it's a game thing, is now this is Eddie's side of it. And this is how he'd have it play out. Maybe that was my first thought, but probably any of the bigger zombie theory YouTubers are probably like, that's pretty dumb. You're going off of one map, one cutscene, and there's all these other maps that are leading to different things, and your thoughts are just crazy. But that was the first thing that came to my mind when I heard about it. So that's where I'm going with that. Or not completely done with that statement. I'm done talking about my thoughts on that, but the trailer itself, that at the time I'm recording this, it hasn't it hasn't been officially released by Treyarch. I haven't seen anything. I follow a lot of zombie YouTubers on Twitter, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, link will be in the description. But I'm jumping off the rails here. But I follow a bunch of zombie YouTubers. I follow Activision, Call of Duty, Treyarch, and they keep hinting at things, but that's Treyarch form, is they're gonna hint at things, but then nothing ever comes because they want us to be like, give it to us, we want this, and then they don't give it. We're just like, they just want to see us riled up, I guess. I don't know.
There's only one. It's less count.
But earlier, last tweet I've heard is from, was it Treyarch, your Call of Duty Twitter page, as they said, it's coming soon, or it's on the way, hashtag soon, or I don't remember what it was. I could probably pull it up, but I'm not going to. But the main point is, maybe people are speculating trailer's gonna come today, trailer might come tomorrow. People wanted it yesterday, which was the 10th. Today's the 11th of July. I mean, honestly, in my thoughts on it, is they're gonna keep hinting at it, but I feel like they gave us the Shadows of Evil trailer so early, is that they're gonna wait on the Giant trailer till closer to launch. That's my complete thoughts, is because with the launch of Black Ops 2 Transit didn't come out till, the trailer didn't come out till like September, maybe even October. No, it was September, I think. Late September, I think, is when they really, or maybe, no, I wouldn't say August. I'm thinking September, because I was still in high school at that time. It would have been my senior year of high school, and high school for me didn't start till early September, so it would have been probably mid to late September when they released the Zombies trailer on Transit. So Jeez, I'm just trying to think of thoughts. I'm going right off the top of my head. I wasn't even planning on talking through this one. I was planning on just giving you the gameplay and then putting part 2 out tomorrow, but here I am talking over this, especially with all this news from San Diego Comic-Con and the reveal of zombies, so... But... So, that didn't come out till... The Transit trailer didn't come out till, like, September. I honestly think it won't be till August or September that if they do release the giant trailer, that's what I'm thinking, is August or September, because they gave us the Shadows of Evil, I think, a tad early. I mean, that's just my thoughts. I'm gonna end this commentary here, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. If you didn't, I mean, that's what the dislike button's there for. Subscribe if you want more content like this, where I'm just talking about my thoughts on things, or just gameplay in general. I like to do a lot of just random gameplays. Like, I was planning on this one, and what part 2 probably will be is just the gameplay, the ending of this match on Transit, when I'm trying to find some fun in the map.
No need outers? Oh, that's a first.
I'll catch you guys next time.
I know what this is for. What is this for? I've been too trigger happy. I don't need a gun. Okay, now you're just making me hungry.